In this video, I will be teaching you how to produce metallic gold paint. See, or better still, water-based metallic gold paints. We have two different metallic gold paints, just like in any other paints. We have the solvent-based, we have the uh, water-based metallic gold. Water-based metallic gold is actually desirable or preferable because of its application in modern decorative painting. So that is exactly what I will actually be teaching you, how to produce this metallic gold. So I'll just quickly list how the things that you will need, and then we'll go to the practical production procedure, the process of having to produce it. So all the chemicals that we use is already here. So we'll do justice to that in no time. So what do you need to produce water-based metallic gold? Just like I told you, we have uh, oil-based metallic gold, and then we have water-based metallic gold. So when you see some of this modern um, decorative painting, you see is actually used in trays, in actually painting of so many decorative. It gives this aesthetic feel, this royal aesthetic feel when you use gold as a touch in any place, in any decorative painting. So this is actually what we are going to be doing justice to this very moment, how to produce this metallic gold. So we have what are the chemicals that you actually be needing? Just the normal basic chemicals that you'll be needing for any water-based production is what you will be needing, and the quantity will be producing just 1 kg batch in this practical class, and you'll be able to know how to produce yours when you want to do it. So the very first thing we need is water, being the solvent. We need a 0.225 of that. Then we need a metallic pigment. This is what is going to give you that metallic feel, that metallic gold feel. So this metallic pigment is actually basically a mica. It's actually a mica, so a mica pigment. So it's going to give you this simmering feel when you use it in painting and everything. Then we need acrylic 0.5 as our binder. We need dispersant, we need texanol, we need natural salt, we need ammonia, and we need biocide. And then we need the foamer also. We need the foamer. We need the foamer in this production, like 0.1 kg of the foamer. So this is basically all that we need in the production of metallic gold paint. So let's dive into the production process. Set of how to make metallic gold. So I will just quickly, just like I've actually listed before, the chemicals that you need to use. So I will just show you practically some of those chemicals. I know you are aware of it. You know about it. This is acrylic. So I just have a small batch of acrylic here because I'm running a small batch. So this is acrylic, which is actually the binder. This is the foamer. This is the foamer we'll be using in this production. And then we have our ammonia that will regulate our pH. You can also use caustic soda in place of ammonia if you don't have access to ammonia. We have our texanol that we'll be using for film formation uh, and proper coalescing of your metallic base paint. So, and then the most important part of it is the pigment. This is the metallic pigment. One thing about metallic pigment is that they have two types of metallic pigment. One is for oil based, while the other is for water based. So this is a water based metallic gold. We have it in different shade, though they are gold, but in different shade. So that is that about that. So we have carbon. I just taking a little bit of carbon here. So this is carbon that will be serving as our dispersant, and then we have acticide for preservative. So I just take some of those things in little portion so that I can just practically show you. So let's dive into the production process. So the first thing that goes into your mixing pot, which happens to be our small container now, because I will be producing around 1 kg of this metallic gold. So that's just basically what I'll be producing. I've actually listed the amount that you'll be using, so I don't have the measurements. I'll just use my eyes to gauge now what goes into it. So after putting my water in the mixing pot, as you can see, this is what is serving as my mixing pot in this production. So into my mixing container, I added cargon as my dispersant. I added cargon as my dispersant. So I mix will allow it to dissolve, because I will be coming in with natural salt now. I'll be coming in with natural salt. Unlike some of our other production that we actually had your natural salt at the end of the production, in this production we are actually adding our natural salt at the beginning. This is to allow the suspension of your pigments when it comes in. So allow the suspension of your pigment. So what I'm actually trying to do now is to ensure that I have a properly dissolved carbon, because sometimes all this carbon, just like the one I'm having now, is a carbon that has actually been staying or sitting at home, or sitting for a bit of time. So it's actually kicking, it has been kicking, so I need it to properly dissolve. So that's just basically how to produce it. So I've been checked and I saw that it is properly mixed. So now I can now go in with my natural soap. So I will be going in with my natural soap. I forgot to show you the natural soap. So I'll be using like 10 grams. So I'll just be gauging with my eyes this time. So, so instead of putting in directly, I will have to disperse in water, which is a part of the water for the production. I'm actually taking my time so that we can all learn. The water I'm using is still part of the production water. I've listed what we need for the 1 kg. The reason why I did this is so that it doesn't go in to coagulate or form balls. So I add it into the production. Don't worry about the slow process. I just want to ensure that everybody is actually getting it. You see that it's reacting already. So it's forming, it's becoming, the consistency of that water has changed, gel-like uh, consistency. It's having a gel-like consistency. So what I want to do is to mix properly and allow it to dissolve, because now I will be coming in with a little bit of ammonia, so that though in other production there's the parts that you can actually add omia, calcium, a brand called omia, but the problem with that is that most vendors don't give you the particle size that you really need to produce a thing like this. So you end up having a matted metallic gold paint. So that is what I don't want to happen in this production. That's why I did not actually introduce it into the production. So now that you have actually mixed, you properly mixed your natural salt. Don't be in haste. In any production, don't be in haste. Ensure that you mix properly. Even if you are using high-speed dispersant, there is a time limit for when you should stop the mixing because of the interaction of the next chemical that will be coming in. So now I'll be coming in with my ammonia, just a few drops of ammonia, very few drops. That few drop will help in the stabilization of its pH to around 8.5 and 9.5. Between 8.5 and 9.5 is actually the sweet spot for water-based paints. Most water-based paints, let me put it like that. So after incorporating your ammonia, we want to add hexanol at this point. We want to add hexanol. And this is your hexanol. You are adding almost 50 grams of hexanol. I've given you the list of the amounts that were used. So add as your coolest agent. So you mix. Yeah. You see the work of hexanol aside it helping the binder to form a proper film. See how it easily allows the mixture that we have in there to blend properly, unlike what it was before. You see that it's now become more the mixing now become more homogeneous because of the presence of hexanol. So you can use other coolest agents like butyl glycol also in your production. So you see the consistent, I mean the smoothness that is now given now, unlike what it was before the addiction, before we actually added your hexanol. So it is high time now you go in with your defoamer, very little amount of defoamer you're also using. Go in with your little amount of defoamer. The reason why you're adding that is to eliminate the foam inside of it and to discourage what we call microfoams. So at this point you can go in with your bow side. You can go in with your bow side. I'm using Acticide now in this production, very little amount of Acticide. Very little amount. Because it won't be staying long, just for precautionary purpose, so you mix. It is always good that you give your production a very good stir for incorporation. Don't, just like I said earlier on, don't haste or don't be hasty when producing. Don't be hasty. Give your production a thorough and a nice mix. So having had your biocide, what you're going to add next is your acrylic. So I'll be using this. You see, the production go a little bit contrary to the normal production of paint. I mean, the addition of chemicals and all that go a little bit contrary to what we know. But that is exactly how this paint is actually being produced. There's similarity between the production process of this one and the production process of stucco. Yeah, we follow almost the same process in production. So at this point now, we are going to go in with our pigments, which is actually the final stuff that will be going into this production. You have to be careful with metallic pigments. The dust can fly most time. Now they are mica, so give it a nice stir. So metallic gold is coming up. Yeah, you see how nice it's coming up. See how beautiful it's coming up. Give it a nice stir, a good nice stir. Don't want to be too hasty about dispersing your pigment at this point. You have to give it a very thorough mixing in order for you to have a nice finish. So that's just basically how to produce metallic paint. I don't know how this camera will be picking it now because I'm not actually seeing the screen. But that's practically how to produce metallic gold. Let's see how nice it's actually coming out. So you still have to give it a very thorough mix to ensure all the pigments are properly dissolved. You may want to ask, can't I disperse the pigments before adding it into the production? Yes, you can, especially when you have propylene glycol. If you have propylene glycol, you can actually dissolve it. Yeah, dissolve it before adding into the production. So it will make it much more easier. Because I'm actually mixing with hand, it's taking time for you to properly blend. But I won't be hasty. It's actually an explainer video. That is why I'm actually doing it like that. It's an explainer video, so I have to thoroughly mix it for you. And if you feel like your production is not thick enough, you can still add a little bit of binder. Yeah, binder, of course, is actually a secondary binder. Your thickener. You can add it at this point also. So basically, that is how to produce metallic gold. Now, this gold is not deep enough because I have another one that I will add to it. I had another metallic gold that I have on ground that I will add to it in order to complement. For 1 kg of metallic gold paint, you need about 100 grams of pigment, metallic pigment, but I didn't add up to 100 grams of metallic pigment. In fact, what I added is less than maybe 25 grams or thereabout. That's what gives me this consistency. But in order for you to have good coverage, you need to add more of that pigment. So see you in my next video. Bye.